The Indianapolis Colts are a confident team. And one of the things that DeForest Buckner talks about today, he talks about the confidence of this team when this team didn't have any reason to feel any confidence. 21, 22, 23, 24, no playoff trips, right? 22 was a complete debacle. DeForest was here for all of it. And throughout all of those seasons, there was still this sense of confidence that the core of this team was capable of playing really good football and would put it together at some point. And when you listened, you thought, he's full of crap. But you know what? He's said that throughout his entire time here. And this year, it's coming to fruition, and he's exactly the same guy as he was. Here's DeForest Buckner.
He's still got the arm talent, still got a cannon for an arm. Obviously, he's well respected. He gets the ball to his playmakers, makes the right checks at the line of scrimmage. He wants to diagnose the coverage and know what you're in. And we got to do a good job with obviously some disguises or whatever we're running and execute until make it pay.
Well, how unique is it how they use their tight ends?
They use a bunch of tight ends and a bunch of personnels, probably the most in the league. And they got bigger bodies at the tight end position, especially for the run game, and obviously creating mismatches in the pass game, especially in the red zone area.
With the swim move we talked about Sunday, how important is establishing power?
Yeah, it's very important. It sets up all your finesse moves that you want to do. Gets the guys to anchor quicker when you're utilizing your power early in the game, and that's what opens it up essentially.
Do you read that from a guy that they're?
Yeah, it's just a feel. As you go through the game. When you're rushing, you get those opportunities to rush. We always talk about it how pass rush is like a chess match. It's a game within the game, and you're setting up moves for for down the road or whatever later in the game. And
I know you guys are keeping people out of the end zone, obviously, as a defense, but I know you don't love 47% third down.
Not yet.
So is that sustainable? How do you fix it?
No, we definitely have to get that fixed. Getting off the field on third down, and obviously it creates more drives for the offense, especially when our offense is rolling in the game and they're hot. And we got to continue to execute better on third down, getting off the field so we can get the ball back to the offense so we can score more points.
What do you think is like the common denominator? Because you guys are getting people to third down, long third down,
right?
In many cases, what's breaking down?
I think it's just like I spoke about it before. Times when we're getting pressure on the quarterback, but we're not containing them. You know what I mean? They're creating plays, extended plays down the field, and it's unfair to the back end when they're holding up in coverage. We got to do a better job with just keeping those quarterbacks in the pocket and getting them down.
Well, if you came up for May the offseason, what were your impressions of Tim Bortolini, and what have you seen? I don't know. Obviously, he's not on your side of the ball.
No, yeah. He's shown tremendous growth. Tanner, coming in, competing for the starting center job, and obviously winning it, and just using obviously the potential that everybody saw, the coaches saw when they drafted him. His ability to obviously get onto guards or D tackles quickly. Especially in the zone scheme, and how smart he is and checking protections and little things like that. I think he's taking leaps from training camp, and obviously got stronger and everything like that. So it's pretty cool to see him and Gans doing a great job.
With Rodgers and the cadence stuff, what's the key to that? Is it just
keep the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. He does a good job throughout games. Just manipulating the snap count, using different cadences and stuff like that, and obviously and also tempo. When he has a good feel when he knows defense is subbing. The personnel is, getting on the ball quick, getting the offense set up to, catch you with 12 guys on the field, stuff like that. So we got to do a really good job in being keyed into substitutions and also obviously keying the ball.
Has he ever made you jump before?
I think back in the archives. I don't think so, but he's gotten some of my teammates for sure.
Yeah. Do you think of who you sacked in your career? Is that a thing for defensive linemen like that? I know Miles Garrett's at the graveyard. Are you kind of like
that? No, you definitely you definitely have. You start talking about it in the D-line room, like, oh man, we sacked before, whatever. It definitely comes up, and it's got a good amount of guys that I've sacked in my career. So.
Well, I think you've got
I would say Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
Bug, forgive me. Have you played for Pittsburgh with fans?
With fans, I can't remember if they really had fans back in 2020. I can't remember. They didn't.
Not really.
Yeah.
Is that your only time there?
Yeah.
Look, you're 31. Rodgers is 41.
Mhm.
Mercedes Lewis comes out and he's 41 playing. What will you be doing at 41?
Probably somewhere on my ranch. Somewhere on my ranch. Midday. Probably like around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, getting ready for a tea time. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing.
So this football is not even. I mean, you'll watch is all. I mean,
Yeah,
You can't imagine.
my thing with football is, when I'm done, I'm going to be done. Like I'm every day I'm working to give everything I got to the game and to my team. So when I hang it up, it's going to be for good.
Have you thought about how long? I mean,
You know what? Honestly, it's my thing is, as long as I'm playing at a high level, I'm going to keep going. And I told my wife, if I come home and she doesn't see that spark or love for the game that I have anymore, please tell me. Then I know it's time to walk away.
but that spark won't be there at 41.
That spark will be out. That spark will be out at 41. I'll be watching the games. I feel
Do you notice anything different about Aaron Rodgers at 41 versus Aaron Rodgers at 30 or 35?
I guess his mobility and scrambling. Obviously now it's not as how he was back in the day, but he's still really good in the pocket. Evading the rush. His pocket awareness is up there, obviously. And so we actually just watched a little bit of his scramble tape. You know what I mean? He's still getting out of tough situations and things like that. So he'll take what you give him. So like I said, we got to do a good job up front and collapse in the pocket and keep it inside.
He's also known, I know, having a really quick release, just knowing
Yeah.
if things are starting to close up to be able to get rid of the ball really, really quickly. What difficulties does that present for you guys when you're facing someone that's really good at getting out of those stuff?
No, for sure. As a defensive lineman, it's frustrating when the quarterback's getting the ball out quick, even if you're getting back there or whatever it is, or he does some savvy heads-up plays where his running back might be right next to him, and he's getting wrapped up and he just dishes out real quick. So that can get frustrating, but you got as a front, you got to continue to rush, and those opportunities where he does hold it, you got to be there.
But there's often a belief that success breeds confidence. This group has seemed like it's had confidence well before the success of the wins and before even the start of the season. What has given you the confidence in this group? What's given collective confidence?
Yeah, just the belief in one another. Obviously we had tough times throughout, since I've been here. But just the confidence in one another and our abilities and what we know we can accomplish. I think the guys we did a really good job of staying tight and believing in one another and trusting one another that we're going to get the job done. And obviously this year we got off to a good start. And we just got to continue to keep building that confidence and stacking these wins.
Is there something you saw that gave you that belief?
Just the personnel, the guys that we had in the building. Like I said before, each and every year at the end of the year when you guys would ask me, I'm like, nah. I know we have the people in the building. We're missing just a couple pieces, and this year has been a hell of a start.
So we know he's not going to play until he's 41, right? We know that. He's going to go to the ranch. He's going to play golf. He's going to do all that kind of stuff. He's not going to be Mercedes Lewis. He's not going to be Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to be toiling. At some point, that spark's going to go out. But you know what? You know what's interesting is that when the spark goes out, you still have this idea that maybe that spark's going to come back. And it keeps dragging guys back in because they keep trying to go get it, chase that spark. But when it's out, it's out. Is DeForest going to know when it's out? Is his wife going to know when it's out? I think we'll know because I think he'll walk away that day.